Hello G Nation, we got a brand new character preview. This time it is Alexa Bliss, Pyro Princess. She's an acrobat. We're gonna have a look at 5-star gold, even though the opponents we have are 5-star silver. So keep that in mind when you see the gameplay. So her coach ability at 9,000 is reinforced gem, do 2,200 more damage. She has links with the WWE Mutant and the Modern Era and no gear. Oops. So the first moveset we'll have a look at is going to be the Glitter Blizzard. 6 MP black move, deals 73,000 damage and choose a 5x1 area to swap into red gems. The Flying Forearm Smash, 6 MP black move, deals 75.2k damage and choose a 3x1 area to make into Pyro gems, which will modify all gems above it into multiplied gems of strength 5 when broken by you. And the Mutated Insult to Injury, 6 MP red move, deals 71.9k damage and choose a 3x3 area to swap into black gems. So basically, we're going to make our Pyro gem, we're going to break them with the Blizzard, and then we're going to lay down a 3x3 black area over all those multiplied gems. So trainers we're going to use for that, brace so that we make more black to begin with. We're going to use Matte RD so that our multiplied gems are going to be increased by 2. We're going to use Memrock so that our multiplied gems are increased by 1 and do 5% extra. And we're using Santa Ogan for the increased damage by 2,200 for all colors. Don't care about the plus MP, not gonna need it for that. It's purely for the damage. Obviously, if you don't have Matte or Memrock, you can use pretty much anything that increase your black gem damage is gonna work fine. Same thing for Santa Ogan. If yours is not at 2,200, any other trainer that boosts your black gem damage will do just fine as well. Let's try that. Oh, the belt. Let me show you the belt. Pretty much basic armor medals we got air. I put in the plate the Viper Strike, which is whenever you break 3 or more black, make 7 yellows into reds. We don't really need the red because our move is already gonna give us what we need. It's mostly to maybe generate extra cascades when we use those blacks. You could be using the Mankind plate right there. Whenever you break 6 or more black, make 5 random gems into power gems, although that wouldn't really come into action until the following turn, so not that useful, I'd say. Not a bad one, but not as useful. All right, let's try. Okay, so we're gonna make our 3x1 area. Now we're gonna make our 5x1 area of red to break those and give us red. There's always a chance that with that wild card is going to cause a cascade or something. We didn't this time, so that's perfect. Now we're going to pick a 3x3 area, and it's good that we got a black already there, because that means we're getting an extra 8x right there. Now this being multiplied, it would be greatly increased during feud. We did like about 1.5 mil, something like there, which is kind of decent. Normally enough to get a pin. Obviously, this being a 5-star silver, it was way more than enough. Alright, let's try something else now. Alright, other moveset for Alexa Bliss. This time it's going to be the Sister Abigail. 7 MP blue move, deal 82.3k damage and choose 7 multiply gems to destroy. The Mutated Mandible Claw, 6 MP blue move, Submission, place 7 submission gems and do 89.7k damage for 3 turns while submission gems are on the gem board. Remaining sub gems turn into multiply gems of strength 5. And the DDT 1 MP red move deal 51k damage and increase your blue gem damage by 100% for 1 turn. Now, trainers and coaches, you do have multiple options here. Right now, we're going to use the options to boost those multiply gems. If this was a feud, I would probably go all out and boost the submission with every single trainer and coaches instead. Because during feuds, submissions are insane. At least while the perks for it is there. We'll see if it ever changes. So we're going to use Lawler so that we start with 4 more blues. We're going to use Matt so that our multipliers are increased by 2. We're going to use Rock so that our multipliers are increased by 1 and do 5% extra. That means our multiplier are going to be 8, even though it doesn't show on the tooltip here. It is going to be 8, not 5. And I put in as the secondary trainer Roman, which makes so that blue submission do 50% more damage and last 1 extra turn, because it is a pretty cheap 1 slot to put in for a huge 50% increase on that submission. Now the fact that it lasts 1 more turn means that it might get more of my multiply gems destroyed, unfortunately, and we're only making 7 and we're destroying 7, so the moment we're losing 1, we're losing an 8x gem. We'll see how that goes. Alright, so right off the bat, we're going to increase our blue damage. It is only for 1 turn, so it's not going to last next turn. And obviously, it's not this turn that we're going to do much damage. So we're going to put the submission. Now you want to put it on blue because that's where you'll do your most damage next turn. But you kind of want to get at least 1 red or even 2 just to be safe. Well, actually, you don't really need, no, forget that, because it's a 1 MP. So just put it all on blue. I forgot that the red move was a 1 MP. So you're going to get your red regardless. So just put it all on blue. Unless you don't have enough blue like I have right now, and then just put 1 on red too. Secondary gem damage. Or is it black? It might be black, I don't know. That move is pretty cool. I wish it kept the glow for the whole time of the move though. Alright, so only 2 remained, unfortunately. Now we're increasing our blue damage. And we only have 2 left. Can't really destroy anything else. It is enough to give us our moves back though. And the pin, but like, obviously keep in mind if this was a 5-star gold, that 300k pin would not get the job done. But we did recycle our moves, but I kind of don't like the fact that it's very, I mean, if you've used any character that you sub, you know you're going to lose a lot of those gems. The AI is really great at getting rid of those, so you're never going to have your 7 unless you're really damn lucky. So let's look at a variation of this. Alright, other spec for Alexa, which is a small variation of what we just saw. We're going to be replacing our 5-star Sister Abigail move by the mutated Twisted Bliss. It is a 10 MP blue move. Finisher deals 135.6k damage and choose 7 gems to make into blue gem and pin the opponent. Anyway, the other was causing a pin. This one's going to cause a pin with the finisher. But since it's a choose move, even if we don't have much blues left, or much multipliers left, I should say, we'll at least be doing something making blue. So I kind of like this better. Plus, being a move that has a strong startup damage, it also gives us more option for trainers and coaches. as such. We're going to use Still Lawler to start with more blue, because our red costs 1 anyway. But we're going to put Mutant Bailey so that our blue bit finisher does 150% more damage, and we got a proper medal for it too. I'm putting Sting Hall of Fame so that I'm generating 2 extra blue gems on that. But I'm keeping Roman Reigns here to add the 50% blue damage to submission, because it's such a strong bonus that I really like to have that there. Obviously, if you don't, you can use anything that add blue damage. You could use, well, if you probably don't have Hogan, if you don't have Roman, you could add 1 extra blue. But yeah, I'd say if you don't have Roman, probably put anything that adds blue damage, like Santa Hogan or Sheamus, or who's the other one? I think it's Alpha that adds a percentage for blue too. There's a couple options. Right, so we're going to use that. I'll show you the setup for the belt. Now I switched the blue medal here for a 133% blue armor medal. I put in the plate, the Alexa plate. I don't think it's going to be much of a factor though, because it is whenever you make 6 or more multiply gems, increase your blue gem damage by 50% for 2 turns. That is obviously really big deal if you make those 6 multiplies, but we're making 7 submission gems. The chances that 6 of those are going to survive and turn into multiplies are very, very low. So I doubt we're going to be making 6. I'm just putting it there just in case. But anyway, for this spec, the metal setup or the strap setup really ain't that big of a deal. I'd say the move metal is probably the biggest factor here. Right, let's try that. Again, we're going to increase our blue even though it's not going to stick. I mean, it's extra damage anyway. We're going to put those submission gems, we're going to put them on blue. We have just the right amount, 7 of them. Hopefully most of them are going to be saved. We got 5 left, so unfortunately it didn't work as far as getting our plate to proc, and also I'm 1 short for blue, so I can't use it this turn, so we're gonna have to wait 1 turn. Can't really do much with this. Let's go with black because it's more damage for me. That just gave her a red though, which she didn't go for. She went for green. Okay. Alright, so we're going to increase our blue damage again. Blue damage is at 126k. So, after seeing this, what I would use instead of the Roman that boosted my submission, I probably would have used Santa Hogan so I wouldn't be 1 short on the last turn. That, again, is if your Santa Hogan is high enough to get +1 MP, which for the vast majority of people it is not. But if it is, I would have used Santa Hogan. So if I was to do this again, which I won't because I mean, we're winging it, I would use Santa Hogan instead, and I wouldn't lose that 1 turn. There's more chance to have some blues remaining too if my sub is 1 less turn anyway. Alright, so now we're going to convert blue. So obviously I want to match my blues right there. Now I got all my multipliers selected. And let's make some extras. Alright, so that should do a decent amount. $1 million. Not as high as I would have expected. Again, keep in mind this will be severely boosted during feuds, since anything that has to do with multipliers is just OP during feuds. Kind of like submissions. Alright, let's see if we can figure out something else with her. Alright, so I think that's pretty much it for Alexa. Like, unless I'm missing a moveset, which is not impossible considering it's pretty damn early in the morning and I barely slept, so maybe I'm missing something, but I'm not really seeing any other movesets right now. That pretty much seems to be it. Good character. I kind of expected she would be better. Not pulling that huge. I mean 1.5, 1 million. I mean those are not bad numbers by any stretch. But normally, like, I would have expected a character that's going to be so hard to obtain to be a little more OP than that. Still very good character for sure, but I wouldn't say OP. So that is it for Alexa Bliss. Again, great art on that poster. I kind of wish she had the hair too on the model. Kind of looked like she's bald under that cap or something. So I think that's kind of a miss there, but otherwise, really great art on the character. She gets released today. Again, no shards anywhere in the event. Straight up loot, or you got to get her from the leaderboards or from a RNG bag. So thanks for watching, guys. If you're not already a sub, make sure to do so to be kept aware when I post new stuff. Have any questions, ask them. And if you like the video, leave a like and share. See you guys. G out. Ciao.